Are you okay? Getting some good sleep in? I have news. I have news back from Dr. Cochran and Dr. Shanks. You haven't met Dr. Shanks yet, but she took a look at some of your poop yesterday. Yeah, she did. She says you're actually in pretty good shape as far as parasites go, buddy. We gotta do the norm, a normal rotation of dewormers, but she says you look okay. Oh boy, we got things going on. Annie? Oh, hey T. What are you doing, baby? We didn't take any of your stuff in. I don't have any news for you today. I'm so sorry. I do have some news about these two ladies. So, we also took stool samples in of Annie and Indy. I literally stood out here waiting for them to go yesterday and took, you don't want to know the details. You don't want to know. But their samples came back, and I am pleased to say that there are no barber pole found in those two fecals. This is a relief, but also is a really strong reminder for us to continue with our... What are you running from? To continue with the cycle of deworming, but I have things to be able I have things that we have learned from this event that are going to also further prevent any other sicknesses to the best of our abilities. So for instance, sir, we gotta do the dishes, and that is one of the dishes that we have to wash every day. It is known that goats, I'm going to embarrass you a little bit, Leonard. Goats do a thing, okay? Goats have like very little bowel control. You can't potty train a goat. And they'll just be walking and going, which is where you'll find goat pellets. And when you keep multiple animals together that have different restroom and eating habits, you increase your risk for parasite infestations and crossings. And what I have learned from our vets and just doing more reading is that we aren't doing it ourselves any favors by having pigs, goats, alpacas, ostriches, and all of that together. We're actually creating more work for ourselves. And while you can still work around it by putting out feed troughs that are scrubbed and sanitized every single day, you still are opening yourself up to a little bit more than you maybe want to. This is cute. Storm's just taking a bath. She's just soaking in right now in the pond. So for instance, alpacas are grazers and a little bit of foragers, and they also make themselves a restroom. So this video is about to get dirty, okay? That dark pile right there is an alpaca restroom. They only use the restroom on that pile. They're not going to walk around and do anything else. They may create multiple ones. Donkeys do the same, but they're using that restroom. Goats, however, they just go where they want to go. And they don't even know they want to go, they just go. So when an alpaca is walking around and perhaps looking for something to forage, it's very possible that a goat's stool is there. Now, for goats are impacted by certain parasites, and alpacas are impacted by certain parasites. Pigs are everything is susceptible to different things. So a goat could actually have a barber pole worm and not be impacted by it. But if an alpaca eats that grass that has a barber pole worm from a goat stool, it could kill him. It's very dangerous. So one of the things that they recommend is certain animals in certain pastures based on their restroom habits. For instance, pigs and alpacas could be together. Everybody is going underneath the fence today for some reason. I don't know why everybody wants to go hang out with Carl, but they do. Ostriches and goats could be together. Crazy, right? Donkeys can be with alpacas. Everybody can be together. Don't get me wrong, like we always have. It's just going to cause us a lot more work on the sanitization of things. It doesn't also help that in Texas we have moist, warm, humid climate, which is like a feasting ground for parasites to just multiply and grow and grow and grow. And that's why everything is a little bit resistant to some of the treatments, because it's such a fabulous environment for them to reproduce. It's scary, actually. Somebody sniffing. You're sniffing me, huh? You need a lot of love today. So Lester and I have some work to do. The good news that I mentioned also is that the goats at the sanctuary actually are fine and have a very low parasite count and need to just maintain their current deworming plan as well. We just have to think through what, even Angel being in the pasture with the goats, obviously sheep and goats are very similar in their resistance, but we do have to consider some of that, or Megan and Ellie need to consider that in addition to their Ziggy bird, and really talk about, their sanitation practices. And I recommended to them the same thing of, let's just get feed troughs and bowls and make it a point to scrub them every single day. It's not hard. I can come out on my lunch break, grab every bowl from the night before and scrub them. And at that point in time, no one's going to be chasing me to begging for food, because it's not time to eat. So we're going to make changes here about that. I imagine we're going to make changes about pastures as well, but there's still more thought to come into that. I'm sad that we had to learn this lesson the way that we did. Hi, Shirley Bird. Hi, baby. How are you? But at the end of the day, if we can share this knowledge with anyone else, and hi, Think. Shirley, you be nice to him. Oh, Annie just bit Peggy, I think, for trying to take her bed. Did you just bite her? I'm trying to do my best to find the positives in all of the things. I'm trying to do my best to take these lessons, pass them on, and prevent it from ever happening again. We're not perfect, y'all. We're not perfect in any way. We try really hard to give these animals their best life. We try really hard to combat Mother Nature and all of the things that come at us. Sometimes we do and sometimes we don't win or have success. We will miss Oki. I can't even bring myself to put together a video of all of the things, because I just get lost in sadness. But we will also continue to fight for Ernie and support him and love him and have a place waiting for him to come home to. So with that being said, I'm going to go do some farm dishes. And going to do my best to make sure that everything that happened gives us a new path for the future. Right, Shirley Bird? Yeah. I agree, baby. I so agree. I'm rambling. I'm going to do dishes, baby.